What's up, guys? Recovery here, playing some Domination on Dome. And yes, you read the title right. This is my very first MOAB. And yes, it was on Dome. No, it was not with the MSR. It was actually with the ACR. And I started with the MSR. And as you can see, the first like 2 to 3 minutes, me and my team are getting absolutely wrecked. The reason why is because mainly it was me and my squad. But it was our first game of the day. Well, not our first game, but it was our first day, like, as a squad. Before this, I was just playing with one of my boys, and then we picked up the other 4. So our communication wasn't very good. We're used to playing with each other yet. Well, not for the day, at least. You know how you always gotta warm up with the person you play with or the people you play with. Anyways, so here I pull out the PP90 because I don't have the MP7 yet, which you guys should know is my favorite gun in the game. Of course, not including sniper rifles. It's my favorite gun in the game, the MP7. So I don't have it yet, so I was using the PP90. And then I pulled out the ACR, and I didn't even really realize that I had the specialist class on. Or specialist, whatever you want to call it. Strike package, there you go. I was just going for it. And then once we got the map under control, my position was to cover the bottom side of the bunker exit that's facing the dome. So my position was to cover that spot, make sure nobody gets out of there, and that's what I did. And thankfully, that led me to get the MOAB, I believe. And I wasn't really going for it, like I said. I was just going, playing, and then once I got on a long enough streak, I realized I can actually get the MOAB, and then I actually started trying. And I did, in fact, pick up an MP7 later on. One of my partners died, and I took his MP7, which helped me out a lot. And I don't know, it just helped me feel better because I love that gun. And whenever I have that gun in my hand, I just feel good. Either that or a sniper rifle, I just feel great no matter what. But yeah, so the story for today, but actually before I get to the story, I want to say that this wasn't the only MOAB that I got. This one day that I got this MOAB, I got 2 MOABs and then I almost got a 3rd one, but excuse me guys, my throat's been a little dry and stuff. I guess because of the cold air and everything. Anyways, so played Dome this game right here, and this is my very first MOAB. And then we played Dome again, and I got another MOAB. Well, you can't play it twice in a row, so we played this game, then a different map, then we played Dome again, and then I got another MOAB, which I have. If you guys want to see, I have it recorded. Just let me know if you guys want to see that one too. And then I got another gameplay, a 3rd one on Dome, where I was so close to getting my MOAB, and then I got killed by a guy who's I don't really remember how I died, but I died. And regardless, though, I went 64-9 that last game, which is great for me on Dome, because I'm not a big fan of small maps. I don't like maps that I have to be careful everywhere I move. I like to, especially when I'm sniping, I like to be aggressive when I snipe. I like to chase people, go after people, do stuff, but small maps like this, you really can't, because every corner you turn, there's at least one guy standing there ready to shoot you. Excuse me, guys, again. Anyways, now the story. The time I got shot at, it was about 3 years ago, I think, 2, maybe 3 years ago. I was coming home from church. I used to go to a teen church with my sister and my cousins, which is basically do everything that you do in a church except for teens, and it's really fun. And everybody I've ever known that's gone there has loved it. Anyways, so we was there, and it was me, my sister, and my 2 cousins. And one of my cousins is gay, which is not part of the story, but the fact that she's gay just means she's a tomboy, which means she fights and everything like that. So, after church, we were on the way home. Some other girl that was actually in church too, who doesn't like my cousin, she's actually from the same projects or same neighborhood that we're from. Because if you guys don't know, I'm from the projects in New York City, which is in Spanish Harlem. Well, there's a bunch of projects all over, but I'm in one in New York City, and damn it, the projects is mainly where all the Spanish and black people are. Basically the ghetto part of New York City, and that's where we're from. So the girl was from there too, and her and my cousin didn't like each other. So on the way home, they got into it, and they wound up fighting, and my cousin wound up beating her up, and the girl left. So we're walking, and in the project, right, there's one pathway that goes straight up across the whole project, and in the middle, the very middle, there's a big circle, like a circle cut in some gate and grass and everything. And there's benches lined up on one side, and on the other side is a huge concrete table and like a huge concrete bench wrapped around the table, like almost all the way around. And then this is the pathway to go either way, and then there's a bunch of little paths to get into that big pathway. So we took one of the smaller off the side paths, and we got into the big pathway. Now we're about 20 yards away from my aunt's house. We had to take my cousins to my aunt's house first. So we walk into it, and then we look back, and there's a huge group of guys. It looked like, well, it was probably only like 15 to 20 guys, but it felt like there was 15 to 20 million guys. Like, the crew looked so big. They were just in a big group. And we look back and we're like, oh crap, what are they doing? They're following us. Like, they were walking behind us. They were pretty far back, but close enough to tell that they were looking at us and following us. And it's close enough for them to see us. So my cousin, the one that just got into the fight, got a bit nervous because her adrenaline is still pumping and everything. And so she takes like a hop step, like she gets ready to run. And you look back, all you see is them chasing us. They start sprinting at us as fast as they can go. I'm like, holy crap, we're gonna die. We start running, and then as we run into the pathway to get, because there's another pathway to get into the building, as we turn into the pathway, which you can still see from that middle area where they all were, all you hear is blah, 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 clunk, clunk, whatever you imagine gunshots to sound like, that's how it was. It was just crazy. I mean, they weren't as loud as you would think that they are. A lot of people think gunshots are a lot louder than they actually are. So, all you hear is the gunshots going off. We're running for our lives. We get into the building, and I was going to run out the back to run across the street to the store. My cousin was like, no, the elevator. So we got into the elevator, and then like the door closes, but this is the door that slides closed, not that you pull close. So it's about 3 inches. There's like 3 inches left for it to close, and those 3 inches, that was the longest moment in my life waiting for that door to close, man. All you hear while there's like 3 inches left, the building door slam wide open, and one of them yelled, "Get him!" And the door fully closes. The elevator door fully closes. And look at that panic thing. I would have been pissed if he killed me. The elevator door fully closes, and you hear somebody slam into it. It sounded like one of the guys ran into the door. So I thought there was going to be some James Bond action movie thing going on where they shoot us through the door. But they didn't. We got upstairs, and look, the coveted MOAB, just as the story comes to an end. We got upstairs, and I was just so like scared. I had to go back outside. Actually, I had to go across the street to my grandmother's house. That's where I was spending the night. But I just did not want to. We were all scared. My cousins were like, "Oh, guys, if anything happens, you know we love you, blah blah blah," thinking that the guys were still downstairs. Which I really didn't even want to go downstairs. We waited about half hour before leaving, and surprisingly, the cops came about half hour later after the whole shooting happened because somebody called and said they heard gunshots. The response time in New York City for the hood or for the projects is really not too great. Anyways, guys, Christmas is coming up. Well, it's Christmas for me. That's what I celebrate. The holidays, whatever you guys celebrate. Hope you guys have fun. I know I will. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, whatever you're into, whatever you celebrate. If you don't celebrate anything, just have a good time off of school, because I know damn sure I'm going to have a great time being out of school, have some time to finally get this rank up, and hopefully I can regain my prestige levels by the time. Look at me finally celebrating. Hopefully I can regain my prestige levels because all the noobs that are going to get on at Christmas, which is pretty funny because I look like a noob half the time I'm playing because of my rank. I still haven't even prestiged. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Comment, rate. If you haven't already, please subscribe. It helps me out a lot. And follow me on Twitter if you ever want to just talk to me, play with me, give me ideas for stories or anything. Like I said, my Twitter will be in the description. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like the video for my first MOAB. I'm out, guys. Peace.